My name is Lauren Smith, and welcome to another episode of Committed. Committed is proudly presented by Elite Prospects, the ultimate online resource for hockey stats, transfers, and player profiles since 1999. I am here with another special guest in a bit of a unique situation, much like the previous player I talked to recently. I'm here with Ty Franchi of the Seacoast Spartans. He's a goaltender for them. He's from Denville, New Jersey, and he is actually headed off to Lebanon Valley College, a D3 school out of the United Collegiate Hockey Conference. He's headed there very shortly. How are you doing today, Ty?
I'm good. How are you, Lauren?
I'm doing all right. I'm excited to have you here. This is kind of cool. We have two players in very similar situations this season, very unique for us and unique in general. And we'll start you off with a bit of hockey background. How did you first get into hockey? Have you always played for a while?
Yeah, I've always played been goalie since I was 8. Bounced around teams as a kid, played Devils Youth, North Jersey Avalanche, and then just kept playing.
And how did you get into being a goalie? Have you always played goalie, or did you try any of the other positions up front?
I was actually a forward starting off.
Wow.
Played forward for like 5 years, and then goalie got hurt for a championship game. They said, "Do you want to play?" Put on some street hockey pads, and I fell in love with it.
And do you think playing up front for a little bit kind of helped you read the game a little better?
I don't know, probably not. I was just a kid skating around out there when I was a kid, so.
Very true. And you're quite the tall guy. You're 6'5" on your roster. How have you been able to use that to your advantage as you've gotten older and gotten taller, clearly?
So I am actually only 6'1". That has been listed as 6'5" for like 5 years, and I don't know why, but don't know how to change her. Didn't feel like changing it, so I just kind of let it stick. But yeah, I'm totally not 6'5". I'm definitely only 6'1".
Oh wow!
Maybe
all
6'2"
right.
on a good day, but yeah, those other 4 inches just aren't there.
Well, I mean, different height, but same question, I guess. How have you been able to kind of use that to your advantage to kind of, I mean, obviously not as tall as it says you are, but like,
Yep.
how have you been able to use that kind of to your advantage?
So I'm pretty unorthodox goalie, and just being tall has been able to help me. I'm pretty good with my shoulders, and don't always have to use your hands when you're as big as I am. It's just going to hit you. You just got to be in the right spot.
So growing up, is there any players that you kind of looked up to or would try to model your game after a little bit?
I've never tried to model my game after anyone. I just kind of go out there and jump in front of the puck and hope for the best. Not the most traditional goalie, so I just kind of have fun with it.
That's pretty fitting for goalies. Goalies kind of are known to kind of have their own unique style of play, so that's pretty fitting for that. And you spoke on it a little bit already, but you had 4 seasons with the North Jersey Avalanche organization and 1 with the New Jersey Titans. What were those experiences like for you?
That was awesome. That's like brotherhood in both those teams. They're great to play on. The North Jersey Avalanche, so always a great team to play on. Always playing the best teams in the country. And some of my best friends are still on that team. And then going over after getting cut by the Rockets and Avalanche and filled all their goalie spots, I go over to the Titans just to kind of mess with them, and I ended up beating them in a game. It was pretty cool, but I loved both teams.
Awesome. And how did you end up in Exeter with the Spartans? You spent obviously quite a few seasons in Jersey. What brought you over to New Hampshire?
Yeah, so I just needed to get out of Jersey. It's just makes sense. Been here forever. So I had a few of my old Avalanche teammates who ended up playing there, and they said it was a great spot. I love the beach, even though it was only warm for a month, but it was definitely a great spot.
Oh yeah, you can definitely say that again. It's clearly we're both rocking the beanies today, so it's definitely not too warm here all the time, but
Yep.
We take it when we can. And another player that we have in this league that you actually grew up playing against, I heard you played against John Werber growing up quite a bit in Jersey, and you both wound up here in the EHL this season, and you both actually ended up in the same situation this season, which is absolutely crazy to think about. You are both getting called up mid-season to join a collegiate team at the D3 level. What has that experience been like for you personally so far?
It's been awesome. It's been crazy. Kind of just happened out of nowhere, and just super excited to make the next step in my game. And playing college hockey has always been the goal. So it's awesome that I can kind of do it 6 months a little earlier than I thought I would. Definitely a little crazy, but it's all going to be worth it.
And how did that come about for you? Obviously, the league itself has showcases where you guys are able to kind of put yourselves out there a little more in front of the scouts and the college coaches. How did it come about with you in Lebanon Valley?
So one of my Titans coaches got me a visit during the summer. So I had already talked to Coach Parsons and seen the school and seen the rink and already applied. So once I was having a pretty good year and just everything kind of aligned, and they asked me to come up, and I said absolutely.
You said you did kind of tour the school a little bit, and your rink was actually, the rink that you're going to be playing in is actually the first ice hockey specific arena built in North America back in 1936. And it's actually the former home of the Hershey Bears of the American Hockey League up until 2002. Talk to me a little bit about how kind of special that'll be to be able to play in such a historic rink.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's beautiful. It's definitely older, and I kind of like that feel to it. And it's just absolutely massive. So that's going to be fun to look up every day and just see all that history. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
the head coach at that school is Don Parsons. He's been there for 11 years with that team. He has a lengthy collegiate and pro career as a forward. And how beneficial is that going to be for you to be able to have a leader with so much hockey experience under his belt?
Yeah, as soon as I met Coach Parsons, I knew it was going to be a good connection. He's a great guy. He definitely knows a lot about the game, and he's just been through it, like you said. So he knows exactly what he's talking about firsthand. I can't wait to get coached by him.
And what drew you into the school apart from the hockey program? Obviously, that's the biggest pull for you guys, but is there anything else that kind of drew you in even more?
The rink, honestly, rink can't beat that. And then if you look to your left, there's Hershey Park, so that's pretty cool. So I can't really beat that. I'll be going on a lot of roller coasters.
I was gonna say, you're gonna be taking trips there in your off time?
Oh yeah, after practice, after games, all the time. I gotta get the season pass as soon as I get down there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure you guys probably get a discount or something being so close by.
I hope so, because I'm pro. So.
Gotta hook you up. Do you know, obviously you're coming kind of in the middle of the season and in the middle of the school year technically. Do you know, have any idea of what you plan on studying?
Hopefully business. It's a little complicated right now because I took some classes at community college, so I have to get everything transferred over. So got a few days to figure out my schedule, but I'll major in business.
Of course. Do you know kind of what you want to do with that? You got any ideas or plans?
No idea. It's my third gap year, so I gotta still start thinking about that stuff now.
Hey, you've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And I guess speaking a little bit more on that, see if you have any other things to say about this, but based on looking ahead to kind of post college or even post hockey potentially, do you have any what are your goals kind of post college and potentially post hockey?
Yeah, I'd love to maybe play overseas in Europe or something like that. That's definitely been a goal of mine. Just travel the world and keep playing hockey. Don't feel like sitting at a desk. I'll get shot at in the head with pucks all day instead of getting a real job. So that's the goal.
Of course. Well, it's good to be dedicated to the sport and your position. And I think that about wraps it up for us. I think I speak on all of us here at the league. We will definitely miss having you around. We are very fortunate to have had you as long as we did. You always just looked like you were having a great time out there. You even got some all-star accolades this season. The Spartans were taken off and you were a big part of that. So we definitely have appreciated having you, and we look forward to seeing what other amazing things you get up to at Lebanon Valley, and we are wishing you all the best.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for your time today.
Yep.